la vie, la mon coco. Maquille man, tu vois des petits bouts. Malais, qu'elle vive pour la vie, la mon coco. Les comme au coin, les mêmes comme au village. Il est croyant comme la croix. Il est il fait bon mal. Comme au coin, comme au village. Il est fait aussi maman. Il est tout pas par vous. Aïe, aïe, dodo va s'adormir. La petite enfant pleure là. Aïe, 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 mon homme va s'adormir. La petite enfant pleure là.
Your Lamontagne will be calling you in to ensure that the show flows smoothly.
Solution, yeah, that's who I am. But that place so sweet, melodies in the heat. Everybody's on the road, we jumping for one goal. Two ways so can play. How could you wanna display? Everybody say we have a special way to see people playing. Everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet. It's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from. I need you to understand. I am set to shine no matter how far I go. Thank God that I am a set to shine, and I come from the land of sun. Thank God for the island of the west, simply beautiful and blessed. Let me see ya, hands up for Ireland. Hands up if you're proud of where you're from. Hands up, 'cause all of we are one. Hands up if you are a celebration. Hands up, every party everywhere. Hands up, shine people everywhere. Hands up, raise a flag up in the air. If you are a celebration, I know but I cannot explain. We love the culture and heritage. It's a feeling we cannot contain. So there we go. To see people playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet. It's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from. I need you to understand. I am set to shine no matter how far I go. Thank God that I am a solution, and I come from the land of sun. Thank God for the island of the west, simply beautiful and blessed. Let me see your hands up for Ireland. Hands up, ocean people everywhere. Hands up, raise a flag up in the air. If you are St. Lucian, I am a St. Lucian. So I am a St. Lucian. If you're a St. Lucian, then show me your day. Put something up in the air. Go feel it, put your flag up. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. I am a St. Lucian, yeah. That's who I am. But that plays so sweet, melodies in the heat. Everybody's on the road, we jumping for one goal. To where the soca play, our culture on a display. Everybody say, we run the special way. To see the people playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet, it's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from, I need you to understand. I am a St. Lucian, no matter how far I go. Thank God that I am a St. Lucian, and I come from the land of sun. Thank God for the island of the west, simply beautiful and best. Let me see your hands up for Ireland. Hands up if you're proud of where you're from. Hands up, cause all of we are one. Hands up if you are St. Lucian. Hands up, happy party up in there. Hands up, Lucian people every day. Hands up, raise a flag up in the air. If you are St. Lucian, I know but I cannot explain. We love the culture and heritage. It's a feeling we cannot contain. So there we go. To see people playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet, it's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from, I need you to understand. I am a St. Lucian, no matter how I go. Thank God that I am a St. Lucian, and I come from the land of sun. Thank God for the Helen of the West, simply beautiful and blessed. Let me see your hands up for Ianola. Hands up if you're proud of where you're from. Hands up, cause all of we are one. Hands up if you are St. Lucian. Hands up, start the party up in there. Hands up, Lucian people everywhere. Hands up, raise a flag up in the air. If you are St. Lucian, I am a St. Lucian. This is who I am. I am a St. Lucian. This is who I am. If you're a St. Lucian, then show me your day. Put something up in the air. Go feel it, put your flag up. Caspi, put your flag up. Last Larry, put your flag up. Soufriere, put your flag up. Labori, put your flag up. Vieux-Fort, put your flag up. Miku, Wale, Delrido, I love to see the people playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon once again. My name is Lovely Saint Amy Joseph.
That I am a St. Lucian, and I come from the land of sun. Thank God for the Helen of the West, simply beautiful and blessed. Let me see your hands up.
Good afternoon once again to everyone. Welcome to Soufriere, and welcome to Soufriere Regional Development Foundation Celebrates the Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Please remain standing as we bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for taking us all here safely. Heavenly Father, as we come together to celebrate the arts, we ask that you be in our midst, that you fill us with joyfulness, that we can celebrate the emerging talent out of Soufriere. Father, we thank you for health and strength, and we ask that you continue to give us the foresight to bring our talents to the fore, to nurture our young people, and to work together for the development of this beautiful town of Soufriere and our country by extension. Heavenly Father, we continue to appeal to you to bless us all the days of our lives. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. You may have your seat. Once again, I bid you a pleasant afternoon. Let me recognize the presence of the Member of Parliament for Soufriere Fort-Saint-Jacques, the Honorable Emma Hippolyte, the Chairperson of the National Nobel Laureates Committee and former Governor General, Dame Paulette Louise. The Chairman of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation is not able to be here today, and he has apologized for his absence, but due to a medical reason, he is not able to be with us today. I recognize directors of the board of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation. I know Ms. Nancy Nicholas is here with her family, and I'm sure that some of the other members of our board will be joining us later on in the proceedings. The manager of the Fort-Saint-Jacques Credit Union, Mr. Darnell Bob, one of our sponsors for this event. The manager of the Choiseul Credit Union, Mr. Melin Felix. Our district education officer for District 8, Mrs. Joelle Chalmine, is here with us. I believe we have in our midst representatives from Sugar Beach, a Viceroy Resort, a representative from Paradise Hotel. Of course, we have with us one of the members of the Nobel Laureates Committee, Miss Delia Fassois, Mr. Sylvester Clozel, our distinguished author, members of the Canneries Nobel Laureates Committee, students, teachers, our principals, SRDF staff, all our invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Mr. Auger was supposed to deliver the welcome here today, and I am so sad that he's not here today because this really is his baby. When the Nobel Laureate Festival announced the community level events, Mr. Auger called me into his office and he said, we really need to ensure that we are a part of the festival. Call whoever you need to call, make it happen. And this is why we are here today. We had to make it happen for Soufriere. Soufriere has so much talent, whether it's in the literary arts or the performing arts, and so it is fitting that we put on one of the activities under the Nobel Laureate Festival calendar. At this time, I would like to call on the chairperson of the National Nobel Laureates Committee, Dame Paulette Louise, who will officially open our activity today and deliver brief remarks. Put your hands together. Welcome, Dame Paulette Louise.
Thank you, Madam Chair of the proceedings, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, Parliamentary Representative for Soufriere Fort-Saint-Jacques, members of the board of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation, ladies and gentlemen, students. It is really a pleasure to be here this afternoon in Soufriere to, now that I am told, to declare open Soufriere's contribution to the Nobel Laureate Festival. Now, I don't know, I mean, there are a lot of students there, young people, so I'm not quite sure whether everybody has an idea of what the Nobel Laureate Festival is all about. I am sure that all of you have heard of the Nobel laureates, the 2 Nobel laureates that St. Lucia has had. Unfortunately, they have both died, but their contributions and their legacy is what we are celebrating, is what we've been celebrating for the past 30 years. So this year, the 30th anniversary of our celebration of our Nobel laureates marks a milestone, and I'm happy that Soufriere has joined us on this 30th anniversary. And I'm hoping that, during the month of January, for the students at school, you've been able, in some form, to read about the laureates, to get a sense of who they are. Am I right? I mean, do most of the students here know who our 2 Nobel laureates are? Yeah? No? Okay. Well, Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott. Now, they have made St. Lucia proud. And so, for the past 30 years, as I've said, we've been celebrating their achievements, but much more than that, we are trying to encourage as many of us as possible, as many St. Lucians as possible, and in this particular context, as many young people as possible, to look at the accomplishments, the achievements of these 2 gentlemen, and as far as we can, to follow their example. The Nobel Laureate Festival is all about celebrating excellence. Now, it's excellence in everything you do. You don't have to be a Nobel laureate and know economics. You don't have to be, a great writer, a great poet, a great playwright, as Sir Derek was. But what we all need to try to do is to be very good, to be excellent at whatever we do. In sports, at home, in agriculture, if that's what we want to be, as a good parent, anything. If you're going to do something, as we learned in school, at least when I was at school, anything worth doing is worth doing well. So that is what the Nobel Laureate Festival is all about, celebrating excellence. And today, in Soufriere, we are celebrating the arts. And so that's what we are here today for. But I want you to know that you may be small, and we may come from a small island, but you can achieve greatness. I don't know, we have an anthem. Now, it's not a national anthem, but it's our Nobel Laureate anthem. And it was, the words and music is the work of Elra Ermi. Now, if I recall, Elra originally came from Soufriere, so that's, very close to Soufriere. And I would like to suggest that every St. Lucian, particularly every young person, learns the words, the lyrics of this anthem. And I'll just share some of those lyrics with you. And it goes like this. Oh yes, we come from smallness, yet still we achieve greatness. Just look at Sir Arthur. Just look at Sir Derek. Oh yes, they set the example and showed us it is possible for us St. Lucia's work to be deserving of the highest recognition. In fact, the Nobel Laureate Prize is perhaps the highest award internationally that persons in economics, in literature, in medicine, in chemistry, and in physics. For the time being, these are the 5 areas that the Nobel Prize is given. But who knows? As time goes on, we might expand and celebrate people's achievement in other fields. So that is what I want you to know. This is what Elra wanted to say to the young St. Lucians. He said, you can be next, even though you're from a little island. You can be next, even though you're now just a child, or a young girl, or a young boy. You can be next. Strive for excellence in all you do. The next Nobel laureate could be you. Could be you. Could be you. You never know. Strive. The next Nobel laureate could be you. So I'm pleased to be here today and to witness the celebration of the arts, particularly among the young people of Soufriere. And so, without cut short my brief remarks and just say, I am very pleased to officially declare open the Soufriere Development Foundation's celebration of the arts. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's have another round of applause for Dame Paulette Louisy. We certainly have excellence in our midst. She has served remarkably well for St. Lucia, and even now she remains our national treasure. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Dame Paulette Louisy, the chairperson of the National Nobel Laureate Committee, declaring Soufriere Regional Development Foundation Celebrates the Arts officially open. Now the Lord is giving us some showers of blessings, but I need to call on our next speaker. She is the District Education Officer for District 8, and she will be delivering brief remarks for this activity, part of the Nobel Laureate Festival under the theme Celebrating Excellence, Nurturing Our Creativity, Consolidating Our Legacy. Put your hands together for the District Education Officer for District 8, Mrs. Joelle Charlemagne.
Allow me to adopt the protocol established by Miss St. Amy. Excellence. We use this word so frequently to qualify anything that was done well, favorably. But semantically, it bleeds a state that goes beyond a very good performance into a kingdom of inspiration, creativity, innovation, where the mind transcends limitations, thoughts break bonds, to produce what is superlatively, extraordinarily, exceptionally above normal. This is the standard that we as a nation should aspire to. For our people, our youth, Helen's children, we desire that they dare to dream and explore the limitless possibilities with their God-given talents and create the unthinkable, unimaginable by means of what we commonly term par excellence. Brilliance, distinction, perfection should be our minimum standard. And that we should ingrain in our children from young, that they should aspire for greatness, for excellence, for matchless success. Our country, minuscule in physical size and population when compared to great land masses out there, is known for its intellectual prowess, one that we can proudly boast. Out of this dot emerged two giants of intellect who are rated the best of the best in the world in literature, the arts, in 1992. and 79. Economics, what denotes a country's material prosperity, whether we are first, second, or third world. Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott, Nobel laureates, the most prestigious of titles, as stated by our Dame Paulette Louisy, hailing from this, our fair Helen. When I Googled the Nobel Prizes to prepare this address, I stumbled upon the following, and I quote, "When you think of St. Lucia, you probably imagine coral reefs, sun-soaked beaches, and luxury hotels. But St. Lucia is much more than just a holiday destination. In fact, the little Caribbean nation can boast of having the most Nobel Prize winners per capita of any sovereign country," end quotes. How can we ever stop celebrating this success, these giants of intellect? How can we not beam with pride and blow our trumpet? I recall during my study at Oxford that a postgraduate student came to look for me. He explained that someone told him that there was a St. Lucian at Oxford. He was pursuing a master's degree in literature. He wanted to meet me because for that semester, the focus was on unpacking and making meaning of Derek Walcott's poem. I was bursting with pride to hear that they were studying Derek Walcott's poems at Oxford. I recall walking through the streets of Oxford and peering through the windows of a famous bookstore with Derek Walcott's poem and books. The eyes could never miss it. I ran into the store, and right at the entrance was a rotating shelf of Derek Walcott's collections. I asked the saleswoman about the books, and she spoke with excitement the works of Derek Walcott. How could you not be proud as a St. Lucian to know that our people's work is renowned and has traversed the latitudes and longitudes of this globe? Only 2 Caribbean countries have received a Nobel Prize, St. Lucia 2 and Trinidad 1. Our hearts should be sweltering with pride. We as a nation need to aggressively consolidate and continue this legacy of excellence because it is within us. It is in our bloodline. We are a brilliant nation, a brilliant people. We need to let it show, let it shine. Many of our people study abroad where they are ably measured against people from other countries, and they conquer, decimate, and outshine intellectually. It is in our bloodline. We need to nurture, awaken our creativity, awaken our dormant cognitive faculties, and shine bright to keep our legacy alive. There is so much talent in St. Lucia in the arts. But why can't we explode? Where have we failed? Today, we want to reverse the tides and project our community, Soufriere, on a trajectory of success in all facets of life. I applaud the initiative of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation in giving our youth an audience, a platform to showcase their talents in the arts. To ignore the youth is to cremate their drive, their talents, which entangles our country, our community into a web of failure. I am proud of the schools in District 8 which have risen to the challenge to participate in this activity today. Students, you are born to be great. That power, that greatness is trapped within you, anxious to be released. In everything that you do, whether you study, play, compete, think, do it above your best. The pursuit of excellence with unrestrained passion will lead to the accomplishments of wonders with unsurpassed joy that we all will come to celebrate you at the given time. I am thankful for the invitation to this occasion, and I want all of you to remember that the will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential are the keys that will unlock the door to your excellence, which will synchronously be the excellence of our nation. Thank you.
I think we can do better than that. So much passion about education. Let's put our hands together again. That was the District Education Officer for District 8, Ms. Joel Charlemagne. At this point, I would like to call on the Member of Parliament for Soufriere Fonsejac, the Honorable Emma Hippolyte. Put your hands together and welcome our MP to the podium.
Special way to see the people playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet, it's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from, I need you to understand. I am a St. Lucian, no matter how far I go. Thank God that I am a St. Lucian, and I come from the land of...
Dame Paulette Louise. Dame Paulette Louise, Chairperson of the National Nobel Laureate Committee, Mrs. St. Rose, and Mrs. Delia Francois, who are also members of that committee, members of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation Board of Directors, Ms. Lovely St-Amy Joseph, who's the chairperson of our proceedings this afternoon, Mrs. Joel Charlemagne, the District Education Officer, Mrs. Clovis, who's the principal of the Soufriere Primary School where we are today, and other principals, teachers, students, parents, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am elated to welcome you to Soufriere and to the continuation of the celebration of Nobel Laureate Month. The month was actually January, but right now we move into February. Soufriere is always different and doing its own thing. But the key thing is we are celebrating and honoring our Nobel laureates. And we are doing it this afternoon with the contribution and the effort of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation and the National Nobel Laureate Committee. So I want to thank these two organizations, committee and organization, for bringing this event to Soufriere. I also want to take this moment to thank the various principals, schools, who have prepared the children to participate in this very important event. As I reflect on the heights of our two Nobel laureates, the heights that they have risen to, our two sons, Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott, they mirror our majestic twin pitons, rising from the oceans as what our local people call immortals, never to die, always to be remembered, solid, rock foundation. So Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott have not only caused the global spotlight to shine on our tiny island, but they've also gave us an envious statistics of having two Nobel laureates in a small population of just around 185,000. And I can tell you, as I attend various international conferences, and I mention these statistics, and I know several times the professors have asked and opened their eyes, and after the lunch break, they came back and said, we researched, and we are so very, because most people don't know. And we in St. Lucia do not market this achievement properly. I can tell you we are not marketing it properly, and we need to do so. I believe that our two sons have paved the way for all of us to follow. And you've heard them said it a while ago, and that is to strive for excellence in whatever we do. I think if anything else, for our young children here, for our parents in particular, for the challenges, the social issues that we have as a country, if anything else, that is what we should try to emulate. Excellence in everything that we do. And as I listen to Ms. Charlemagne and the passion and trying to encourage the children, we then have to dissect that in seeing what it is that we should be doing differently in our education system to cause our young people to remain focused on excellence. What it is that we have to do now at homes, in the community, but more than anything else, in our schools and our religious institutions, to cause our people to remain on course and to remain focused on excellence. Our two Nobel laureates were humble sons, and they stood as a beacon of hope for our young children, for our youth. It is therefore very important that our students and youth in Soufriere to be part of the celebration of their lives and to be given themselves, they themselves should be given an opportunity to showcase their talent and creativity. As I look on the wall across there, I see the display, the pictures of several of our persons from Soufriere who have excelled, and one that I know that have made us proud internationally as well is our Sir Danley Alexander, who was raised here in the humble lower Wingsville Road and became the Chief Justice of Nigeria. So children, it is saying that each and every one of you could reach the heights that you want to reach. You have the intellect, you have the teachers, but first you must want to reach there. And that is why we are giving you an opportunity today, and I'm hoping that this is an opportunity that you will have every year. Dame, I think you'll be the chairperson. Soufriere don't want to be the last in this business. We want to be part of this celebration so that we can expose our youth, especially our youth. Today we have a lot of our young people here, but I would have liked to see a lot more of the fourth grades and those persons at the Soufriere Comprehensive School to be here with us so that we can refocus their thoughts and attention. I want as well to recognize a lot of our St. Lucians who are making significant contributions, not only locally, but throughout the world. And right here with us this afternoon is our own Dame Paulette Lucy. Let us give her a round of applause. So this afternoon, I am excited to watch the talent and creativity of our young people. So again, I want to thank the committee, the Nobel Laureate Committee. I want to thank the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation for putting up this event. And I look forward to working with the various organizations, committees, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, and the Ministry of Creative Industries to provide our students and youth the best training and exposure possible. So in closing, I commend and applaud all the participants and wish them success in their individual endeavors. I thank you.
Thank you so much. That was the Member of Parliament for Soufriere Fosséjac, the Honorable Emma Hippolyte. Now we have a packed program of celebration lined up for you. As I was saying, we have a packed program celebrating the excellence that is coming up for you, and we are going to get the ball rolling And just as our teachers lead the way in the classroom, we are going to call on one of our teachers to lead the way as we begin the presentations. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Goodwin Prosper. He is doing an original piece titled Celebration.
I'm a winner. Nobody can block my goal. Oh, yeah. Back in 2010, imagine they ban my just because I asked one who's gonna done.
Inviting me to be part of this event. I'm sorry. Yes. I know that this is, well, the focus should be on the youth, and I'm thankful that I am given this opportunity this afternoon. The poem that I'm about to read, I wrote it when I was at A-level, under the tutelage of Jane King Hippolyte and Kendall Hippolyte, because I guess when I went to St. Mary's, I used to like to read. I did all those long, you know, those like history and literature and all of that kind of fun stuff, right? Yeah, so it kind of rubbed it off for me, so I decided to put some of my writings in a book, which I'm going to read one from. Now, this poem is entitled Celebration, and it goes like this. The patches of violent purple are painted in thick brushstrokes across the sky as the sun tears through the darkness. My eyes, like 1,000 stars, rejoice at the explosion of harsh vegetative life. The vast upsurge of green punctuates the stillness, bringing a pulsating rhythm to the vibrant light. The birds take to flight, cutting the skies with razor-like wings. My eyes beg for the horizon. The beautiful sounds of agonizing despair can only be heard by the trained ear, as the sweet, sympathetic songs of the crickets. The waves bring in businessmen like crabs who give us their backs as they conquer our shores. Our lands are thinned out at the coastlines with the structures washed by the ever-vibrant, smiling waves. The flowers, hibiscus, poinsettias, flowers, bleed for us. Their fragrance, a remembrance, bouquets on our grave. The fishermen with the nets, like the toothless smiles, pulling the feet as leaping silvery barracudas. My ears sadly apologize for the vulgar tone of the wind as it carries obscene sounds of a joyful people, people who always seem to be smiling under the scorching rays of the sun. The laughter that reaches men who, like the trees in the wind, bend with despair, smashes the stillness. Nighttime closes to shutters of gladness, setting forward adventures as places populated by day, looks of mystery and immorality. Men seeking to relieve themselves of domestic disputes or to quench the explosive, lustful flames within. Yet I rejoice at the landscape so attractive, vivid with succulent peaks of this Helen of the West. At the sea, so full of dangerous active life. At the vegetation, its explosive, captivating colors. At the sky, never distinct. At the stars that seem to wink with contempt. At the people with smiles to shield their sorrows. Thank you.
Very much. That was Mr. Godwin Prosper with a piece entitled Celebration. At this point, we call on our students.
blood of transplanted Africans forced into slavery, purified by her restorative sulfur springs. The sweat of Amerindians who first baptized our hot springs by the name Opil. Soufriere, whose outline is Soufriere, whose outline is
That's okay. We need to encourage our young people. So at this time, we're going to improvise. Take a deep breath and just know that everybody here is rooting for you. We are all supportive of you. We are all supportive of you, Lillian. We are supportive of you, and we want you to do your best. So, let's start again. Okay, and I'm right here by your side. Let's go. Once the capital
of our island home, Soufriere bears the marks of history. The blood of transplanted Africans forced into slavery, purified by her restorative sulfur springs. The sweat of Amerindians who first baptized our hot springs by the name Opil.
Soufriere, whose outline is analogous to a woman's,
Stands unabashedly despite the wounds of history, showing off her twin peaks, Gropito and Pitipito. Her
ancestors call them
Yekao and Atabira. Perfect in their stature, it was essential to deem them World Heritage Sites. Below the surface of a dormant volcano lies Soufriere's womb, that produces a fire that kindles her people's spirit. We too have a fire in our bellies and are blazing a trail in business, academics, sports, music, and culture. Soufriere was endowed with unrivaled beauty, yet she harbors an almost divine humility. With her palm tree stretching towards the heavens, she expresses gratitude towards her creator and welcomes all. Come, visit her drive-in volcano. Rejuvenate your soul in her therapeutic mud baths. Climb her iconic hills. Plunge into her turquoise waters. Feast your eyes on her diamond falls. Stay at her world-renowned hotels. Patronize her growing businesses and meet her loving people. King Alpha can even sing you a groovy tune. I am a St. Lucian, yeah, that's who I am. Celebrating excellence, nurturing our creativity, consolidating our legacy. I thank you.
Thank you very much. That was grade 6 student of the Les Etangs Primary School, Lillian Saltibus. At this time, we call on our next performers to the stage. Our Les Etangs Primary School is coming up next. This one is a tribute to Sir Arthur Lewis by C. Williams. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's encourage our younger ones. We know some of them might be Put your hands together for the wee ones and keep the applause going as we welcome the students of the Soufriere Infant School to the stage.
It's you. The one word definition of excellence is you.
Put your hands together for the students of the Soufriere Infant School. Their piece was called Excellence by Ryson D'Souza. At this time, we call the students of the Buto Primary School to the stage. They are doing a piece called Dark August by Derek Walcott. Put your hands together for the students of the Buto Primary School.
Gary?
Of this black August, my sister, the sun froze in a yellow room and won't come out. Everything goes to hell. The mountains fume like a kettle. Rivers overrun. Still, she'll not rise and turn off the rain. He is in a room, fondling old things. My poem, turning her album. Even if thunder falls like a crash of flakes from the sky, she does not come out. Don't you know I love you? But I'm hopeless. When I enter the darkness, the streaming heat, the air with gossiping mosquitoes, and to sip the medicine of bitterness, so that when you emerge, my sister, parting the beats of the rain, with your forehead of flowers and eyes of forgiveness. All will not be as it was, but it will be true. You see, they will not tell me love as I was, because my sister then. I youth and learn to love black days, like bright buds, the black rain, the white hills, when once I loved only my happiness and you. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bouton Primary School, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Let's welcome the Force Jacques Primary School doing a piece called Love After Love by Derek Walcott. And we'd like to ask the remaining schools to make your way backstage as you get set for your performances. Right now, we have the Force Jacques Primary School doing a piece, Love After Love, by Sir Derek Walcott.
How much looks there? I know when I take it, man. I take it, man, for 3 years yet. Well, let me go brush my teeth. Boy, got it, boy. Well, I'm going to be a stuff, boy, now. Boy. Mr. Richard. Hello.
Hello, sir. I'm here to talk to you about your son and his behaviors.
Wait, Missy, what that child do now?
Calm down, sir. I just wanted to talk to you about his schoolwork and his behavior. Can you come on Monday?
Okay. Wait, Missy, I don't have time for myself. I saw to go to that school. How are you?
When you were younger, you used to take better care of yourself. But now...
I don't even like to see you now. I don't even know that's my brother or not. Mama? I said, sit down, we have advice for you. I said, watch your shoes. Your shoes spilling. Mama, I swear I thought it was football you was going to play there. What you say you going there, boy? Mama, you have a big hole in your pants, sir. Your teeth, your mouth me. Your teeth dirty, your teeth black, you have holes in your mouth, God. I said, sit down, we have some advice for you.
Listen, we'll give you some advice.
Love After Love by Derek Walcott. The time will come when with elation you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, sit here, eat. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life.
You know what, my two special brothers? I'll take your advice. And next time I'll take better care of myself.
I am a solution, yeah. That's who I am.
Let's hear it for the Force Jacques Primary School doing Love After Love by Derek Walcott. Right now, we welcome. Right now, we welcome the Soufriere Primary School. They are doing a piece called We Hail Our Heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a warm welcome. Put your hands together for the Soufriere Primary School under the direction of Mr. Regis. Their piece is called We Hail Our Heroes.
The many paths they have tread, the many obstacles they have faced, their courage and strength never fail. As the ship of success they sail, with a strong determined will, they fought the battle of faith, for which they earnestly toiled the Nobel Prize award they gained. Sir Arthur, Sir Terry, Sir Arthur, Sir Terry, your courage we do admire. We hail you, your excellence. St. Lucia sons, our brothers.
We're moving right along. That was the Soufriere Primary School We Heroes. Right now, we welcome the Forsyth Primary School today. They're doing a piece called Excellence in Me by Soufriere Solomon. Put your hands together. Welcome the Forsyth Primary School. Their piece is called Excellent in Me by Soufriere Solomon.
The Excellence in Me by Soufriere Solomon. Excellence is in my blood, it boils within me, exerting through every pore. That is how I know that I can strive, striving for excellence. That's how I ride. Within you I see the excellence you could be, the excellence we all could be. The beauty of our hearts shining through our eyes. Put it all together, oh sweet surprise. Using the tools that have been given to us, it will be no difficult to measure the brilliance embedded in us. With confidence, go forth and soar in hopes that we'll become something more. Who are we? We are from St. Jack Primary.
I think we can do better than that. Let's put our hands together for the Forsyth Primary School. Excellence in Me by Soufriere Solomon. And right now, keep the applause going. We're welcoming Les Étangs Primary School. They're doing a drama and dance piece.
Do you know what last week was recognized as? What? I don't know anything about that.
Is it supposed to be Valentine's Day? I heard something about that on the news. Well, last week was recognized as Nobel Laureates Week. No? In St. Lucia, we have two Nobel laureates, Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott. Sir Derek Walcott won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1992. Sir Arthur Lewis won the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1979. I think me said something about that in social studies. Yes, that's true. Let us embrace our culture. Let us embrace what is ours. Let us embrace our heroes.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah. I am a solution, yeah. That's who I am. Find that place so sweet, melodies in the heat. Everybody's on the road, we jumping for one goal. To win so cafe, our culture on a display. Everybody say, we rock the special way. To see the people playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet, it's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from, I need you to understand. I am a solution, no matter how far I go. Thank God that I am a solution, and I come from the land of sun. Thank God for the island of the West, simply beautiful and blessed. Let me see your hands up for I know that. Hands up if you're proud of where you're from. Hands up, cause all of we are one. Hands up if you are a solution. Hands up, start the party up in there. Hands up, ocean people everywhere. Hands up, raise a flag up in the air. If you are a solution, I know but I cannot explain. We love the culture and heritage. It's a feeling we cannot contain. So let we go. To see the people playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet. That was the Leslie from Primary School.
Primary School.
Let me see your hands up for I know that. Hands up if you're proud of where you're from. Hands up, cause all of we are one. Hands up if you are a solution. Hands up, start the party up in there. Hands up, shine people everywhere. Hands up, raise a flag up in the air. If you are a solution, I am a solution. I am a solution. If you're a solution, then show me you're there. Put something up in the air. Go feel it. Put your flag up. Can't breathe. Put your flag up. Love story. Put your flag up. Soufriere, Swazel. Put your flag up. Love Obi. Put your flag up. Vieux, put your flag up. Miku, Wale, Terrido, I love to see people playing. Everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet.
Sorry, my people. The music is still playing.
Our Nobel Heroes, written by the students of grade 6, class 12 of the Soufriere Primary School. We hail our Nobel heroes, Sir Derek outstanding lives we commemorate. We hail our Nobel heroes.
Students of the Soufriere Primary School doing a piece called Our Nobel Laureates. At this time, we welcome back teacher of the Bhutto Primary School, Miss Godwin Prosper. This piece is titled Identity.
I'm not undefined, I'm still Mr. Okay, again, this is what I wrote when I was young and vibrant. I could have said it from the top of my head, but now the gray matter is coming out, so I have to read it. Identity. Quite often, I take a close look at myself, where I have been and where I'm going. I hear myself in the beating of the drums, feeling the joys and sorrows, victories and pains of my ancestors in my veins. I see myself in the dark and humid earth, made fertile by the decays of my forefathers, joyfully lamenting the hardships in the bleeding of the poinsettia at Christmas time. I feel myself when the wind blows through the leaves, sometimes gentle, then vicious, violent, powerful, and full of contempt. My feet knows the hardships those before me have forgone, and yet the thought pricks at me like needles. The horizon frets my eyes as I search unending for what is inside of me. My hands shadow the whiteness of the paper I have chosen to write on, and I know this is not only from the sun. My hair refuses to straighten, no matter how hard I work into this bed of weeds with my handful. The luxuries of life is not for my kind. We rejoice in suffering and strive and hardships. Rest, being the sweet reward for labor, comes to us but a stone's throw away and recedes from our outstretched arms. I often feel the sharp sting of the master's whip, the shouts of defilement which engulf my people in shame. Quite often too, I feel the resistant, the restless, the revolting nature of the oppressed, which manifests in me unconsciously and devours everything logical. The mere use of metaphors eludes me in my quest to find who or what begot me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prosper. Right now, we welcome students of the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School doing a piece called Celebrating Excellence. Put your hands together for the students of the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School.
You'll find me in a place.
Celebrating Excellence by Bethany Fletcher.
Celebrating excellence.
Nurturing our creativity.
Consolidating our legacy.
Celebrating Excellence by Bethany Fletcher.
Celebrating excellence.
Nurturing our creativity.
Consolidating our legacy.
An appropriate theme as we celebrate two great men in history, our beloved Nobel laureates, Sir Derek Walcott, a master in the literary arts.
Sir Arthur Lewis, a mighty expert in economics. Both outstanding achievements indeed. But I implore you all not to forget
the excellence that I see in this very space. The young activists, artists, writers who can give their very best.
I encourage you to take a step to nurture the creativity in this community. As today's children are tomorrow's leaders, we must continue to grow in unity.
By this encouragement, we will all thrive, because in this space alone I see so many Nobel laureates in their own right. In this space alone I see the real potential of the future,
of my future,
of your future, of our future.
So remember to carry this theme along throughout this year and years to come. We should remain steadfast, for we are strong.
Never doubt for a moment.
We will overcome as we continue to raise a generation of excellence in this our island of the sun.
And we were hoping to have some poets of the community of canneries. They were unable to join us. Mr. Avalan, Sharika, and Kizito Joseph were unable to join us. But at this point, we will bring on our headliner. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, students, teachers, principals, for a young man who has become an inspiration to so many young people across this island. Let us welcome to the stage, Donatan.
Hello. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank the events committee for having me today. I want to acknowledge Ms. Dimplette Louise and Miss Emma Hippolyte. Also, that lovely young lady right there. Sorry if I don't know your name. And Miss Clovis. Miss Clovis has been good to me, so I have to give her a shout out. So I'm gonna do this piece. You know, it's just to provide some good advice. So listen. Donatan. Listen to another one. I want progress, but really I'll be honest. Why work for the future when tomorrow isn't promised? Life ain't fair, so don't live it like a game. So fair, so way, make it stick inside your brain. Be kind, be good to yourself and everyone. Offer help to someone else in any way you can. Live right, don't regret all your past flaws. In life you only get what you ask for. Sitting in all demise, don't want to make COVID to keep us inside. I last song about restoring pride, but this one is different, this one is vibe. People fall short because of the choices they made. Been through a lot, I've had my noisiest days, but I learn from my mistakes and change as I grow. Now girls of my respect, my fame and my flow. Live the life that you love till you're gone. It is time now, you have to move on. Keep it right, you don't want to be wrong. Many times it is hard to be strong. Live the life that you love till you're gone. It is time now, you have to move on. Keep it right, you don't want to be wrong. Many times it is hard to be strong. It's a battle for life just to continue. Hope you're ready to fight and move obstacles. It's a mountain to climb, not a small issue. It's your journey and I ain't gonna tour with you. It's a battle for life just to continue. Hope you're ready to fight and move obstacles. It's a mountain to climb, not a small issue. It's your journey and I ain't gonna tour with you. I thank you. Next one. Now I see many students here, so I cannot come here and do this piece.
Donatan.
I sure most of you students know this one. You know I have to do it.
This song to all the students who's having difficulties with their academics.
Focus.
You know, never let nobody tell you can't do it, because you can, you will,
I'll
and
come
you must.
closer for that one.
Listen.
Yes, you can still become number one if you want. Yes, you can become anything you want from the work is done. You could be who you wanna. Students, even if school just open and for some reason things not working, damn. The sweat, but put in you don't play. Don't do like some other man that is go be. Focus on you and make sure that you okay. Teachers absent, but it's how bad you want it. What are you willing to do just to have it? You ever lie and say you need the bathroom to go and pee just for you to study because the classroom was noisy? Come closer, you really need to hear this. It's about the kind of friends you should pair with. If Dennis skipping class, then why you walking with Dennis? You don't know the principal go watch you like a menace? Even if they tell you Falco or Speedy, Tell them how you can't go, you busy. I know you probably here by harmonies have mad fed, but for the time there you cannot be distracted. Stay around, good friends, split from the rest. Don't study jack with his feet on the desk. In academics you must become the best, cause education is the key to success. You need to have friends like Hermione, friends that will tell you let's go to the library. You see Greg, doggy, that man is my shooter. Every time I laugh in, he'll tell me take a booker. The teacher teaching, tell me what you want to laugh for. Why you sitting at the back of the class for? You don't even know where to insert commas, but in English class you want to disturb others. Don't follow them man, cause them man ain't. USC suspension again. You don't need friends, dedication to get through. Education will help you. Your queen getting cold, it no bread, it no butter. Your queen getting old, you have to take care of your mother. Dog, you have to be a star for your mom, you know. I want to buy no bar playing domino. So at this point you ought to be single unless you encounter some positive people. People that will make you surpass your limits and graduate and be like, so fast we did it this semester. Clean up this messer. Make sure that you defeat Sylvester. Even if you fail all, you go see errors. With a little bit more hard work and perseverance, determination and commitment will make you stay long undefeated. Go for your bachelor's, I know you could do it. No need for answers, your hard work will prove it. Yes, you can still become number one if you want. Yes, you can become anything you want. From the work is done, you could be who you wanna. Then at 10, I thank you. Then at 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what we need in our music. A positive message for our youth. Let us give another round of applause to Jonathan for his poignant and impactful message to the youth. Our headliner today at Soufriere Regional Development Foundation celebrates the arts. At this point, I need to bring your attention to a book by Mr. Sylvester Clozel. We have the books on display, and I want to just give you a brief synopsis of the book. The activity of writing the book is symbolic of two factors. One, the recognition of your work with me for several years ago when we participated in a study tour to St. John's, Virgin Island, Jamaica, and Costa Rica to explore practices in sustainable tourism across the region. That tour resulted in the publication of a book entitled Critical Factors for Market Success of Nature Heritage Tourism in St. Lucia. The second symbolic action is connected to the fact the book is dedicated in part to the pioneering people of Soufriere for their efforts at sustainable tourism development in St. Lucia, and for which you, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, you are the current Member of Parliament. The book by Sylvester Clozel, The Caring Entrepreneur. At this time, I also want to direct your attention to our display. It features distinguished personalities from Soufriere. We have Francis Joseph, Andre Duboulet, Jones Mondesi, Henry Belize, Catherine Lawrence, Clement Dovey, Sir Joseph Quinton Charles, you know him as J.Q. Charles, Sir Stanislaus Anthony James, Joseph Marie Donald Bousquet, you knew him as JMD Bousquet, Sir Danley Alexander. They are all distinguished men and women of Soufriere, and believe me, there are many more. And I'm sure that after today, you will agree that Soufriere will have a future Nobel laureate. You might just have witnessed one of them performing here today. We want to continue to give our encouragement to our students, and I don't want to preempt the vote of thanks, but I must say, hats off to the schools, the principals, the teachers, This is my second round of collaborating with the schools. We initially did it for Christmas Village and now for our Nobel Laureate activity. And every time that our schools have been called upon to participate, they do so with great enthusiasm, with dedication on the part of the teachers and principals. Miss Clovis this morning was assisting me putting up our displays to make sure our children have something to read and to learn about the excellence and the greatness that has emerged out of Soufriere. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the teachers and principals who make it all happen, who nurture the minds of our young people. If they continue to get our encouragement and support, there is nothing we cannot achieve here in Soufriere. At this time, I would like to welcome the Corporate Communications Officer at the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation, Ms. Genevieve Gonzague, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can everybody hear me clearly? All right. I deem it a great honor to have the opportunity to present the vote of thanks. This afternoon, our students and artists brought us a beautiful blend of what our two Nobel laureates epitomize: literary arts and performing arts, and a little bit of economics. When you go home, think about it, you will see where it comes in. I really wanted to say my students because I have a little bias when it comes to Soufriere. I think everything Soufriere belongs to me. But I'm willing to share the awesomeness that you saw today with you. Allow me to give God the glory for making today's occasion a resounding success. Thank you to every single one of you seated or standing here today. Member of Parliament for Soufriere Fosse-Jacques, the Honorable Emma Hippolyte, thank you for gracing us with your presence, despite the fact that you have a very busy schedule. Chairperson of the National Nobel Laureates Committee, former Governor General, Dame Paulette Louisi, thank you for being here. And I don't know about anybody else here, but every time that I've had the honor of meeting you or engaging with you, I feel like I'm in the presence of royalty. So again, thank you for being here. He may not be here, but I am positive that he will see this one day. Chairman of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation, Mr. Ernest Auger, there aren't enough words to say thank you. I think he deserves a round of applause. Maybe he'll see the live. Mr. Auger is the mastermind behind this activity today. Like Mrs. Joseph explained earlier, he said something has to happen. And today, this is the reason why we're standing here. This is the reason why I'm standing here addressing you, because of Mr. Auger. So again, thank you, Mr. Auger. Directors on the board of the SRDF, I see Ms. Nicholas. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. District Education Officer for District 8, Mrs. Joel Shalmine, thank you. Thank you for being so open to collaboration. Thank you for being so cooperative. I wanted to say thank you to all the students, and initially I would have just said thank you to all the students and thank you to all our artists, but I think they deserve to be called out one by one. So bear with me, please. Miss Lillian Saltibus, that was a beautiful piece. Thank you very much. Our headliner, Donaton, thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Adia Lawrenson, she's a student of the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School. Students of the Leseta Primary School, of the Soufriere Infant School, Soufriere Primary School, the Fosse-Jacques Primary School, Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School, and Boutor Combined School. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Teachers, I can guarantee you in the last month, they probably got really tired of Mrs. Joseph and myself. But thank you so much for the dedication, the work that you put into these students to get them ready for today. We commend you, we appreciate you. Our principals, again, I will call them out one by one because I know they had a very tough time with us. Principal of the Soufriere Infant School, Miss Lafay, thank you very much. Principal of the Fort Saint-Jacques Primary School, Mrs. Mangru, thank you very much. Principal of the Boutor Combined School, Mr. Gill, thank you. Acting Principal of the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School, Miss Combi, thank you very much. And Acting Principal of the Leseter Combined School, Miss Gidari, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. And of course, I have to thank Soufriere Primary twice. Miss Clovis, she's in the back there. Thank you for allowing us the use of your school. It's a long list, guys. Bear with me. To Miss Delia Fassois and her team on the National Nobel Laureate Committee, thank you, not just for being here, but for accepting our request for us to be on the national calendar. To the Canaries Nobel Laureates Committee, especially their chairperson, Mrs. Celia Michel, thank you for being so gracious and open to collaboration. I think we need to put our hands together for our beautiful mistress of ceremonies, and she was also the coordinator for today's events, Mrs. Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Your dedication and passion for students, for schools, and any task put in front of you, all very enviable traits. Thank you. To our corporate partners here today, the Fort Saint-Jacques Credit Union, Choiseul Credit Union, the hotels in Soufriere, thank you very much. And to all other persons who made it possible, Mr. Ricky James, our camera crew, Mr. Klesse, thank you. And to everybody who joined us at home, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed our amazing activities tonight. And if I forgot anybody, it is by head and not by heart. Thank you so much for being here.
All right, now in the beginning, you heard from our Member of Parliament, the Honorable Emma Hippolyte. She said, Soufriere always does its own thing. And right now, we are going to do our own thing. Because one of our performers, I will let him make his apologies. He has joined us, and we hate to turn away anyone who wishes to participate meaningfully in our activities. So, Mr. Klein, if you will ensure that your pieces are ready, we will allow Mr. Klein to present his pieces, and we will also allow the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School. They had a second performance. I think they were out to the front doing some last-minute rehearsals and missed their cue, but we will call them onto the stage. At this point, the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School will be putting on a drama piece called Take Your Meat Out of Me Rice. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing it our own way.
Take Your Meat Out Me Rice by Lord Kitchener. Ladies and gentlemen, also children, let me tell you a story. A Bajan and a Trinidadian dying of starvation. The Bajan said,
Look, Trini, let me make a cook. I cook the rice, you cook the meat. Then we both go and have something to eat.
but when the pot was nearly begun, the Bajan decided to pull a fast one. A Bajan said,
Trini, I'm a born Barbadian. I don't like to fight. But when it comes to the occasion, man, I stick for me right. You put in a 12-cent meat bone, you worse than a lice. I go and give you a word of advice. Take your meat out, me rice.
Trini got in a big rage.
What's wrong with you, Bidge? I will tell you flat. Bidge, I had taken that. When we were shopping, we both agreed that the food go be cooked and shared equally. I put my last penny in this meat, and I am moving until I eat.
The Bajan said,
Trini, I'm a born Barbadian. I don't like to fight. But when it comes to the occasion, man, I die for me right. You put in a 10-cent meat bone. You think that's nice? Don't make me have to tell you twice. Take your meat out, my rice.
The Bajan then said to Trini,
Man, don't tell lies from me. I never told you that we go and join our cook-up in two. What I mention, I can repeat. I said to lend me a piece of meat.
the Trini so vexed, he began to cry. The
Bitch, in front of me, you telling a lie.
Bitch then said to Trini,
Trini, I'm a born Barbadian. I don't like to fight. But when it comes to the occasion, man, die for me right. You put in a 9-cent meat bone. Good Lord, you want half a slice? If you don't want a Bajan ice, take your meat out me rice.
by this time the pot finished. Trini picked up a dish. The Bajan said,
No. Never happened so. If you wanted something to eat, man, take a fork and pick out your meat. But if you have one grain of rice, the cries, I go squeeze your throat like a vice. Trini, I'm a born Barbadian. I don't like to fight. But when it comes to the occasion, man, I die for me right. You put in a 8-cent meat bone. You Trinidadian lice? Before I squeeze you like ice, take your meat out, my rice.
And you understand why Soufriere always does its own thing. When we have this kind of talent right here in Soufriere at the Soufriere Comprehensive Secondary School, hats off to the teachers, the theater teacher, everyone who nurtures our young people. At this time, we are going to call Mr. Adrian Klein. He is a teacher at the Soufriere Primary School. He's a music teacher. And he will be doing 2 pieces for you. Lady, lately I've been thinking of you, and Come Home. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Our final performer for the evening, Mr. Adrian Klein.
Thank you so much, everybody.
I'm so privileged to be here, and I apologize for earlier. I have a CXC student that I teach in Viewfort. I have lots of students, lots of amazing students right here in Soufriere, and I have a few private students. So I hope that you can mind that I'm doing my thing. And I want to do something for the ladies right now, okay? Something for the ladies. So I hope you can enjoy. This is called Lady, Lately I've Been Thinking of You. And I want you to imagine that it's not me who's speaking, but somebody a little bit higher who's speaking. Whoa, yeah. Ready for this. Whoa. Listen, the thoughts of a woman, virtuous and like no other kind, pure, true, and holy, majestic royalty divine, so beautiful, wonderful, by my design intricately created, masterful. And when I look at you, I know it's true, ain't no other creature made quite like you, yeah. You're undoubtedly refined, dazzling diamonds in my eyes, like poetic lines, you blow my mind. And constantly through time, on my knees and close my eyes, pray for your sake, God, girl. And I've been working non-stop, but it seems you're working hard. I wanna cater to you, woman. Yeah, you know it's true, I might be the king, but you're a queen, so I honor you. And I love you, I came for you, I saved you, now I'm patiently waiting for you. I got a brand new mansion prepared for you, so please come to me. But please, you don't have to impress me, instead impress upon your heart the things above and not the things beneath. Cause your beauty is not what eyes can see, conceal, but when I put you on display, oh glory. Yeah, you're undoubtedly refined, dazzling diamonds in my eyes, like poetic lines, you blow my mind. And constantly through time, on my knees and close my eyes, pray for your sake, God, girl. And I've been working non-stop, but it seems you're working hard. I wanna cater to you, woman. Yeah, you know it's true, I might be the king, but you're a queen, so I honor you. And lady, lately, I've been thinking of you. And I know you've been working so hard from the Genesis. Yeah, from the very beginning and throughout history to your present. Using unswervingly the gifts I have given. Loving, protecting, sacrificing, mothering, mediating. An exact duplicate of the heart I possess. Like the force of 1,000 lightning bolts, your heart incessantly radiating. But is it okay if I just remind you that I created you? Oh, I did. I know how wonderfully and beautifully fashioned you all, but know that your beauty is not external. Don't be bamboozled like those narcissistic beauty fools who purposefully, materialistically gain and abuse the use of cosmetic tools to literally destroy their visage and overall image, essentially destroying my visage and overall image. No, I encourage you to adopt a more humble disposition, like a real grown God-fearing woman, a splitting image of purity, authenticity, and majestic royalty. Not the kind who's always primping before a mirror, chasing the trendy fashions, or TikToking, a body rocking, or being disrespectful to the one authoritative one woman. Instead, do something beautiful for me and become beautiful doing it too. Woman, lady, baby, lately I've been thinking of you. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm just trying to get your attention, woman. You're so much more than diamonds and pearls and pretty dresses and curls, yeah. Beautify your mind and serve that amazing substance inside, yeah. And I dare you to be all mine. You're undoubtedly refined, dazzling diamonds in my eyes, like poetic lines that flow my mind. And constantly through time, on my knees and close my eyes, pray for your sake, God, girl. And I've been working non-stop, but it seems you're working hard. I wanna cater to you, woman. Yeah, you know it's true. I'm the king, but you're a queen, so I honor you. Ladies, this is for you. And International Women's Day is actually a whole month from now. It's a month from now. That's supposed to be March 5th. So I actually want to release that song on that day and share it with everybody. I want to do another song that I released a month ago, and you can actually go check it out. It's a song called Come Home. I'm a Christian, and I really like to think about a variety of things that affect us as people, as humans. And Jesus did too. He told a parable about a son that left his father's home. And he thought that going out there was where it was all at for him. But he needed to realize that in his father's safety is where he should be. And I want to encourage anybody who's listening that if you've ever felt like you are in a place that's dark and you want to be able to get back to that safe place, that place where you know you're okay, you can. Your family sometimes might abandon you, but God will never abandon you. No matter what, he will never abandon you. And so I wrote this very special song, dear to my heart, and I hope that it becomes dear to you as well. It's called Come Home. Editing process. Yeah, lately I've been thinking about my life, and you know I'm supposed to be on royalty levels. Left a long time ago and now I'm in this place. It's not where I want to be right now. 'Cause lately I've been on some shit. I mean the kind of things that make you throw up, some things that I just couldn't quit. Daily got me wondering if God really wants someone like me in his kingdom. I really want to do my own shit. When in reality it's like thrashing through mud, searching for food like swine in a pile of shit. It's not the place I want to be in. But God said, you can come home. You've been gone and I see the struggle you've been on way too long. Way too long, yeah. Come home, straight through the door, into my arms where my love never folds. I'm undeserving, but you alone are worthy, and you said that I could come home. I've been gone and man, this struggle been on way too long. Way too long, yeah. Come home, straight through the door, into my arms where my love never falls. I'm undeserving, but you alone are worthy, and my mind's still drifting like it's a need for speed. But this double-minded nature only gonna be the death of me, yeah. How can I be a man of integrity if I'm still out here chasing childlike fantasies? It's gonna be hell if I don't pay attention to your voice in every situation. And I've seen devastation to my soul every time I ignore your piercing iterations. I almost lost my life to my own foolish attention. But my God, would you help me really hear your voice? How to drown out all the noise while I open up your word. Need you to infiltrate this void. I'm coming back to your heart where it's all about you. God, my greatest passion, pure obsession for the truth. Learn from all these lessons, 'cause life's the greatest muse. I left from my birthright. So Dad, I'm back, 'cause you gave me second birth, right? And you said you can come home. You've been gone and I see the struggle you've been on way too long. Way too long, yeah. come home. Straight through the door, into my arms where my love never folds. I'm undeserving, but you alone are worthy, and you said that I could come home. I've been gone and man, this struggle been on way too long. Way too long. Come on. Straight through the door, into my arms where my love never folds. I'm undeserving, but you alone are worthy, and you said that I can come home. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I say you can come home. You can come home, yeah. I'm telling everybody that you don't have to stay in the place where you are. Just come home. Man, this struggle been on. I know you know your own situation, your own circumstance. You know you can come home. You know, yeah, it's been way too long, yeah. Come home. Thank you.
Must come to an end. And with that, we wrap up. Soufriere Regional Development Foundation celebrates the arts. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to the wonderful staff of the Soufriere Regional Development Foundation for making this happen. Lencia Marthre, who's here with us, Janalia Lamontine, Genevieve Gonzague, every member of staff who contributed in one way or another. And thank you all, our invited guests, our teachers, our principals, our students. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We look forward to bigger and better next year. Ladies and gentlemen, our online audience, thank you so much for having joined us. At this time, I would like to invite the students to line up to receive their refreshments. Our invited guests, you will be served by the staff.
Yeah. Wake up with a smile cause I'm just so happy. Happy for the life that your light embodies. Say there's no place like home. We can catch a vibe over hills and valleys. Keep yourself in